Callum wasn't supposed to be out past sunset, especially not after what happened to his cousin last summer, found wandering the moors barefoot, eyes wide, muttering about a light that walks. She was fine now, mostly, but his family didn't take chances anymore. Still, Callum slipped out. He followed the path that wound through the heather, past sheep that stared too long, past the hawthorn tree that always dropped berries when you weren't looking. He didn't know why he was walking. He only knew that he had dreamed of it, a fox with fire in its eyes, carrying a lantern in its mouth. And when he woke up, the dream was still there, glowing in his chest like an ember. The moon was high when he saw it, at the edge of the ridge. Just before the drop into the misty valley, stood a fox flame orange, eyes like polished copper. It turned. A lantern swung from its jaws, its flame soft and gold. Without a word or a bark, it trotted forward. Callum followed. They wound through stone circles, past whispering grasses, and forgotten standing stones, to a place he'd never been. The Black Crag Beacon, an old lighthouse, hundreds of miles from the sea. It sat crookedly on the edge of a cliff, overgrown and abandoned. Its lantern had been dark for over a century, ever since the sea had gone missing, or so the local legends claimed. Callum shivered, not from cold, from knowing. The fox dropped the lantern at the base of the lighthouse and looked at him. Callum picked it up. It flickered, then flared brighter than any match, warmer than any hearth. The door to the lighthouse creaked open. Inside, dust swirled in the beam of the lantern, revealing carvings on the wall, animals, stars, eyes, and a bell-shaped rune Callum recognized from a story he'd once heard. At the top of the spiral stairs, he found a great lens, fogged with age. He raised the fox's lantern, and the light leapt into the lens like it belonged there. With a deep thrum, the beacon blazed to life. The mist parted below. In the valley, lights winked on in windows no one had seen for generations. The fox sat beside him, tail curled, as if watching time restart. Then it stood, gave him one final look, and vanished into the wind. Epilogue. Callum tried to tell others, but the lighthouse was shuttered again by morning. Only the faintest scorch mark remained on the lens in the shape of a fox's paw. But every now and then, when storms roll in from the North Sea, a light shines on Black Crag once more. And sometimes, those who wander too far into the mist return home with a single orange hair on their coat, and the sudden urge to carry a lantern, just in case.